opportunity to dissipate the type of anger they have onto who must go through, it ends up giving them that level of depression. We heard a story of the young lady who is the baby mama of Funny Face, who went in to have a relationship with Funny Face, and her first sexual intercourse, or their sexual intercourse, gave her twins. You know her already. That lady who foolishly made a statement that hurts me as a woman. But she's ready for Funny Face to become all the things she said. She made a lot of statements after she was living with Funny Face as a baby mama. That one time, Funny Face got so upset and angry that it is alleged that Funny Face took a gun and shot a dog because, according to the girl, the dog had affection for her. And Funny Face was worried why the dog loved her. That is what she said, and shot Funny Face's dog. Funny Face shot his dog and killed it. Now, after all these incidents, this Vanessa girl got pregnant again. And in that pregnancy, the misbehavior of Funny Face towards the girl in her pregnancy was still signs and symptoms of depression. And I said it earlier on some time ago. On Abeku Santana's there was something Abeku does that is called the after drive. It was called after drive. Abeku will finish the drive time and will come back after the news. And at that particular time, Abeku brings other strange people off time and comes to do their own show. So Baba Spirit and Funny Face, who both of them are comedians, were at the place in that evening. I was not in the studio, but it was those times where Funny Face brand was taking a higher peak. That was when Adebayo gave him a car. It was with Goyle. So Funny Face was now becoming a brand for a lot of products in the country. Then there was a challenge with managing his particular brand with the way, in quote, they call him fooling. Then Funny Face still got married and had a wife. And the wife then too, everybody referred to Funny Face in the literal conversation as a fool. Oh, Jimmy, or yes, some kwama yesri. But I suspected that at a point in time, Funny Face wanted to be rebranded and be taken more serious. Because this brands people in Ghana. I have experienced a lot of people who have refused to put their money and products on me. And their reasons usually is because the way my brand is, they love the way I am with the following I have. But they want to control what I say, how I say it, so that it will go alongside what they are selling. And unfortunately, I need their money. They need my numbers. They need my astute personality. They need what I have become. But I am not ready to say what they want to be said. Not the way I want to say it, or the way God wants me to tell whoever is watching me. I can come on a show and there can be 5,000 people watching, but the show was meant for just one person. And all these things I've been doing even for some weeks now, the results that is coming out, most of them, I don't even read their names here, but they watch the thing after and they get in touch with me, usually on 862-571-3950. 862-571-3950. They call back, and most of them are getting better recovery. Even in the Americans, I have a client, I have more clients in the UK. They all watch the show. So when the brand Ghana, corporate Ghana, walks into your brand and they want to help you, most of them will want to reshape you to follow their pattern so they can stop the bashing. But they tend to lose the fact that if you meet 2.4 million people following Efia Schwarzenegger, you meet 2.4 million people following Moesha Budon, 1.something million people following Abeku Santana. Regularly, when they come and post very educative material, look at the number of people that comes to watch. When things are put on our pages that they are not sensational, we have less people coming to watch. So the number you are seeing, which is the reason why you are expecting me to come and get hold to your brand and come and promote ginger honey chips. Unfortunately, they don't get it because when I raise ginger honey chips, the best crispy and nice honey filling ginger in your mouth, when I promote it that way, they don't see the number. So they want to coin you. Your behavior, the way you talk is the reason why. So can you mellow? Can you say this? Somebody look at my face. I came to America here, and I will never stop saying this. That there was a young man who met me in America, and he was now producing a particular wonderful product that was coming to Ghana. And I was then I came down in October, November, and was going to do my orgasm conference. So at the program when I was introduced Counselor Lutterodt, then he screamed, "Wow, my wife will be very happy to hear that you are around. My wife will be so excited. Can I take a picture with you?" And I said, "Okay, yes." Unfortunately, his product, I didn't know he's the owner of the product. I attended the launching of the product in Ghana on his behalf because Twins Dunberg, they invited me to the launch. And when I went to the launch, they said they needed a lot of celebrity to help them push the brand. And I went around everything, but the marketing manager spoke not too well with me and whatever. Then I left and I was coming to America, so I came straight. But when I came to America, I met the original owner of the product. When he met me, he took a picture, he did a video, FaceTime, called the wife. The wife screamed and was happy seeing me. And he told the wife, "I'm going to do business with him." "I am happy you're going to do business with this young man." So we went fast forward, we had all the discussion. Finally, when the guy was about to sign a deal with me to sponsor orgasm conference, not with so much money, just with something to make sure that his product will run alongside my product, he decided to call the marketing manager in Ghana. And the marketing manager in Ghana just told him, "No, don't use Counselor. Counselor is an enemy to all women in Ghana because he speaks against the women. And for that matter, when you put a product on him, no woman will come and buy." And he mentioned some names of some people, which I don't want to give them credit here. So he confided in me and he told me straight, "Counselor, I am ready to put such an amount on you because I love, my wife has agreed that we should give you this amount of money. Very sumptuous money for me. So you promote a product for us. That everywhere you sit on your channel, just tell them about it for us. That's all I want from you. I don't need an advert. I just want to give you the money to do this." My wife says so. It's okay. Then, but the marketing manager in Ghana says you are not a good person to be used. And he's supposed to approve it in Ghana, but he says he wouldn't approve. So I can't put it on you. I said, "Okay, thank you very much." Then we all spoke and I said, "Thank you for this information." He said, "Oh, no, I didn't want you to." I said, "No, I'll fight him. But let me tell you, God is my witness. I have never forgiven that marketing manager because all that he said were lies. So I used Psalm 35 and I used Psalm 55 and I told him, for what he has done himself, and the product will grade down to zero. The product is going to zero. I'm saying this in pride because you see, there are some of you that when we are telling the truth, you hate us. I brought this in for you to understand what I saw on Funny Face. That people want to use Funny Face, so they wanted to change the brand Funny Face, who was a comic relief, who was a comedian, for us. And because they wanted to use Funny Face and they want to change him to become what they want, they inculcated a lot of pressure in his mind. So now on that show, when Baba Spirit introduced himself and said, Funny Face got so angry at the studio. I was in my car. He became so bad, very angry, and was telling Abeku to tell the guy to stop them. And Abeku thought it was one of the jokes. So immediately I spoke to Abeku. I said, "Charlie, the guy is serious." I called and said, "Oh, no." I said, "No, look at Funny. This is not Funny Face. What he's doing is not funny. He's angry." Then he came and it went very bad in the studio. Abeku can remember this thing. And he came and said, he is not a fool. He is a humor therapist. And anytime anybody will introduce him as a fool, He gets so angry that he wants to do something to him, and he wants to warn him that their friendship can end here today if he calls him a fool. So Baba Spirit too saw that at the end of the year, bloody and young grobio. So the normal show that should bring laughter, they were doing a thing, but Funny Face changed the face of the thing because he wants to be a human therapist and not Obio Jimmy to say whatever. Then I told Abeku, this young man is depressed. He needs counseling. He needs support. Everybody ignore. Fast forward. The next time we heard he's married. The marriage he entered into it, he was expecting that he will be referred to as Mr. Boateng in the marriage and not Nikruno Jimino or what is Funny Face. Guy no Jimino. That description was still hitting Funny Face at the face. But I don't know what it means when somebody says you're a counselor, you smile. Comedian, you get upset because it was setting in that he was rising at the point that he believes that nobody should refer to him as such. Depression started. Then the marriage started. The note by which he started the marriage was a wrong note. I said it to him when I met him openly. I said, Funny, you are not ready for marriage. You are supposed to be prepared well before you get married. So I told him this marriage will collapse. I told him Akasapa. Oh, and everybody got at me. I didn't give a shit about it. Because the truth is what? Because I saw a challenge with Funny Face. All these things were happening. He left the marriage. Then he started trying to rebrand himself. But then depression keeps coming up because he's a comedian and will know him to be fooling cow and chicken. He did a song, and when the song is coming, when they interview him, he wants to be made prim and proper. Then people will go and say he's a fool. When did you start music? Then you sing about animals. Where the children's president there, he started all. Then the pressure was building up that somebody needed to support Funny Face so he could seek for clinical support through counseling and psychological evaluation. He was ignored. Marriage collapsed. When the marriage collapsed again, Funny Face needed counseling to manage the reason why the marriage collapsed. What really happened for Funny Face to leave the marriage? We can't say it here. But a lot of things that were alleged that was happening in the relationship was happening because Funny Face felt that he was not respected enough as one, a husband to the ex-wife, and a man that must not be regarded as a fool. Funny Face have a particular challenge, and it is there. And I will say it that if you watch Funny Face carefully, by his own utterances, he wants to keep you to himself. And he has the challenge of not being able to live with you for long. So jealousy, insecurity was on the higher side of Funny Face. So when Funny Face enters into a relationship with a lady, he wants to possess the lady and make sure that your life is lived for him. So things didn't go well in the marriage. Funny Face left, and it was still the same depression. When he left the marriage, we all heard the stories. When we are talking about serious issues why marriages are gone off, Funny Face comes to say, I found my wife in the dark. And at 2 a.m. he said, at 2 a.m. he was speaking his heart out. He still needed somebody to manage him. He didn't get anybody to manage him. Because those around Funny Face didn't see what we are seeing. And he himself refused to admit to the truest fact that I am going through a particular thing that I need help. Vanessa came into the scene. A sexual intercourse proved that she became pregnant. Vanessa was her own problem, her own challenge. One who was working, looking for a place to settle, finds Funny Face and thinks Funny Face is caring, and he looks good because Funny Face was smiling to the child. And finally, you saw what Funny Face did. So when I tell you, when a man loves your son or your daughter, he is not a qualified person to be married to. Well, Vanessa came in and became a baby mama again. And while the issues were going because the depression were exhibited in the lifestyle of Funny Face in that house. He gets up in the morning and we think what Funny Face was doing on Facebook and showing his dog and coming with panties with towel on his waist. We thought it was part of acting or whatever. I kept saying the guy had a mental disorder. Ghana kept fighting me. Friends kept fighting me. I meet him, I said, Mr. Boateng, I need you to help you. But in our business, we don't force counseling on anybody. The person must make himself available by choice, so he could pay for services. Even if it's free, he has to avail himself to do it. Today, after the face with Vanessa, just about 3 weeks ago, or 2 weeks back, or 3 weeks ago, he said he was going to Vanessa's parents to go and beg, so he could see Ella and Bella, and the other child that was delivered. And at Bonso Junction, he said his car went up and crashed down and whatever. They want to kill him, but he will not die. He will not commit suicide. He went at Bonso Junction and did a video. Whether he was able to go to Vanessa's family to go and beg for what? Well, he had a challenge with some girl issue, fought the people at the drinking bar, and went home to bring a gun and was alleged to have assaulted or insulted police because he went home to go and come back and fight or whatever it is. Today he has testified that the police beat him up with one eye. He went back to speak sense into them and they are called friends and whatever. Funny Face went to he was slated to go to court. He went there, judge gave him up that he has a mental deficiency. He should go to the clinical area for him to be managed. He was given drugs. He was being managed on depression. Whatever it is, whether Funny Face has recovered or not, we don't know. But for me, where I sit, Funny Face still need help. Seriously speaking, what he has just come to spill out about a child that he has, that is 1 year 7 months, and the child has been given to a rich man out of Ghana, and he's making noise. I don't think this is the platform Funny Face to come and make this nonsense. If you think the child is yours and you know there's something called DNA, why will you come and you see? And the painful part is that warning the lady who you have a child with, I will say things. So, I mean, what is wrong with you? This is what I've been preaching here. That be careful you don't disgrace the birth canal of any woman that you have gotten into the family way. Because the private part or the vagina of a woman is a curse because it's a shrine. That is why every sexual intercourse we have with you, we crack our knee, we bow before we have sex with you. When a woman takes that particular thing and goes into birth, it becomes more dangerous. Where are the family members of Funny Face? Once again, I'm asking this question. Get your son in check. Because the state of Funny Face doesn't deserve, for me, where I sit, to live with anybody called a wife. Oh yes, take it or leave it. Because the guy is not psychologically stable. And like the preamble I gave you, one time we will wake up, Funny Face might in his bomb yellow and blue cable torch will not kill himself alone, might terminate the life of all the people around him in his house. So Funny Face is not stable for me to have a wife now living with him. He's not even stable to have a baby mommy being given access and custody with the children. Because as we speak, if there's anything better to write him about with Funny Face, apart from Ella and Bella and the new one that just came in, the baby, then the new one he's talking about is also part of the train. Funny Face has a big house, a good compound, but he is not qualified to house a woman and children in that house because of his state. Don't take it for granted. The family of Funny Face, please wake up. Because you're Boateng, my friend, And I love Funny Face so much. And he knows. Because he did something that I will never forget in my life. The first day, my daughter wanted to see, one of my daughters wanted to see Funny Face. And crashed to be her birthday in the car. Immediately, Funny Face saw my daughter. Rushed to his car. He had drinks. He brought it. Gave it to the child. Said, wow, I'm the children's president. And my daughter has never forgotten about it. But you see, the more closer you get to Funny Face to tell him what the truth is, the more he thinks that you are the enemy. Funny, if you're watching this video, you can get angry. You can say what you want to say. But my brother, I want you to know that you need help. If you're not comfortable with my help, I won't fight you. But go and continue your procedure in the clinical area where you know. Because you can't tell us, I don't want my depression to come. This state of mind you have is not giving you stability to be a father, more or less to look for the opportunity of becoming a husband. Having said that, woman, baby mama, who you have the child of Guatemala, that the child you know is a Funny Face. Let sleeping dogs lie. Do the needful immediately. Whether Funny Face is mad, Funny Face is depressed, Funny Face is fooling, if there's an iota of truth in what Funny is saying, wrongfully at the wrong place, girl, arise. Because being a born one, you can still get married. Whoever you are married to that Funny is talking about, your born one cannot stop you from becoming a wife. But where the child must be, the connection of paternity must be vividly explained. Girl, if you're also watching me, remember that now what to a Jamanso. If there's any reason that what Funny Face is saying, there's truth in it. Find a better medium, not social media. Not social media, madam. Don't come back and banter Funny Face on social media. If there's any truth that we have to come by, if there's any truth that all of us will want to believe, that what Funny is saying is true, please, 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 if there's any truth, if there's any, I keep repeating, if there's any truth in what Funny Face is saying, don't fight Funny Face on social media. Do the needful. Use the right medium. Because every child needs to have a connection with the father. Madam, if it's true that you have a child for Funny Face, if you have a child for Funny Face, don't let him work himself out. Look for right people to talk to so that this story will not disgrace you or disgrace Funny Face or disgrace that child we are discussing. You see, but then you want to with Garia. Won't find who pine in Dinechi. Two wrongs don't make a right always. At times, two wrongs makes a right. Funny Face will be the person that we are not expecting him to be. But hear my voice. Funny Face, in his depressed mood, in his depressed state, have not lost memory of things he knows about. What mama, so who shame is a seer, no be a cha asenewa. Mini unin tokwa. Funny see or no waba. mo bin dada emba Facebook, emba Instagram, emba YouTube, emba yi funny face ano. Membe gu hu anim ase. Ehia kra. Because obana the funny face. Ebenya banta. Ebe kire wa adwen. Ye kan na waka. Funny face kan na so waka. Emfaso ne den. Unya bibia wo mo ma me. Unya bibia